Hey guys, Jay Harris with Infinitybox, and in today's Infinitybox short, I want to talk about what ground switching means. In our legacy system, all of the MASTERCELL inputs were ground switched. In our new NGX system, or Next Generation system, most of those inputs are ground switched, but we do give you some high side switched or 12 volt switched inputs. But the ground switched inputs are really easy to use. On the MASTERCELL board, we actually pull all the input wires up to about 5 volts, and the processor is looking for the voltage on those pins to go to ground. So here's what you do. You take the MASTERCELL input, you connect it to your switch, and then you ground the other side of your switch. When you turn that switch on, it connects our input wire to ground, and the MASTERCELL sees that input is on. So think about your brake pedal. On there you have a switch with 2 terminals. You're going to connect your MASTERCELL input to one of those terminals, and then you're going to ground the other side of the switch. So when you step on the brake pedal inside, you're connecting 2 terminals together. When you step on it, it takes our input wire and connects it to ground. The MASTERCELL sees that go to ground, and now it knows that that input is on. When you take your foot off the brake pedal, it goes back up. The MASTERCELL says that the input is off. So very simple. All you need to go to your brake pedal switch is the brake pedal input from the MASTERCELL, and then you can ground the other side of the switch to the chassis. So it makes the wire really easy. We also give you in the MASTERCELL harness ground wires that you can use to reference to your switch in a case where you don't have a good connection to ground locally. In most cases with a factory switch, where the battery feed came in, you now ground that. So if you think about your ignition switch, you've got a battery terminal, an ignition terminal, and a starter terminal. If you ground the battery terminal, connect the MASTERCELL inputs for the ignition and starter to the respective terminals, when you key it to the ignition position or the start position, you are now grounding those MASTERCELL inputs. So I know a lot of guys struggle with this concept. We are certainly here to help answer it in any way, but it really is a much simpler, easier way to control your switches. We're going to have another short coming up talking about the high side switch or the 12 volt switched inputs on the MASTERCELL, but the lion's share of your inputs are going to be ground switched. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments below or go to our website and fill out the form. We are certainly here to help. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.